Today we have a battle of zoos with Mikey. We'll find out who's much cooler and more interesting. Ho-ho!
And we will also find out who will have more visitors. Woo-hoo-hoo! Even now you can see what a cool zoo I have. I have quite a different one here. There are a lot of animals to look at. I also have a pretty cool one because it opens a special big lid, after which the whole zoo saw it. So I think I'll have more visitors, and I'll have it much cooler than JJ. Oops. And also, I will earn more money from it than there and much more. Woo-hoo-hoo!
Ho-ho! Well, now I can tell you about my zoo. It looks pretty good to me. Of course it looks very strange from above, but it's more tiered. That is, it consists of several floors that are located and go deeper down. And I also have quite a lot of creatures there that actually not only from our upper world, but also from hell. Woohoo! Therefore, it will really be very interesting who will have more visitors and, of course, who will earn more money. In any case, I am confident in myself because I will win again. Ho-ho! Now we'll see who the visitors will go to first. Actually, it's very strange why there's such a big queue right now, but most likely it's because his zoo is closer, but I think they'll all come back to me now because they'll realize that his zoo is very bad. Huh? That's just his first visitor. Now we'll see all his reactions whether you liked it or not. Ho-ho! His visitor was bitten by a dog. Most likely he did not fully close the enclosure or did something else wrong because he just couldn't escape from there, and moreover, I'm sure you just look at how all his visitors were very scared and apparently now no one will go to him. In fact, this is a very good chance for those to come to him and to say something that is much safer and more interesting to me. Ho-ho! I understand that you are all coming to me now, but by the way, my zoo is open, so I invite everyone to my place, and I can warn you in advance that it is much safer and not like his, and you will be safe and also have a very good time in my zoo. I also warn you in advance that you can stay there as long as you want, because basically you only pay the law. I also want to warn you that it is better not to go near the cells. And besides, if I have floors that lead there, you see much more interesting and informative things. I will also ask you to tell everyone to your familiar friends so that they can also come here to my zoo. I have the best face so far, and I think it won't stay. Ho-ho! Just look at him. He's still nervous, worried, and most likely now he's going to trade me for doing it all again as usual.
Huh? Come on! Go back to the aviary. You've ruined everything for me, and now everyone is afraid to come to me because they think that someone will attack them. How did I not foresee and did not close the aviary? And maybe it's not my fault at all, but actually, someone else set me up. But now we need to do it quite differently. He has a very long queue right now. I think maybe he can come up and carefully pick someone up at his zoo. We need to invite the ladder to our zoo. You need to approach carefully so that you don't get noticed. Hey, I see there's a very long queue here, and most likely you'll have to wait a lot. So I suggest you pass the time and spend it all at my cool zoo, which is actually no worse than this one. But on the contrary, it's a lot of fun, and you'll enjoy it more. Woohoo!
Wow, that's very cool. And even more so because it's also much cheaper. I hope you didn't deceive me and you have really cool and fun here than in that one, because a lot of people tell me that you have very cool and cool.
Woohoo! In fact, there are just very high ratings. In fact, there is an ordinary zoo in which there are literally 2 or 3 animals. And you can see what a large assortment. You can also touch them. And I also have a very cool parrot that we can look at.
Wow. Is it possible to open the cage somehow and let me touch him? Or vice versa? He took me by the hand.
Yes, of course you can. But then you'll have to pay a little extra. Oops. Huh? Oh no, he's gone. Be careful and don't move yet. I'll try to catch him now.
No! Help me! He's pulling me somewhere.
Now I will try to help you. The most important thing is not to move abruptly now. I think he will just drag you a little bit with him and then let you go. I'll just repeat without making any sudden movements. Otherwise, suddenly you will fall and break something for yourself because you are now at a very good height. I will still try to distract him somehow, to lure him in order for him to sit down, after which I will cry you off and he will leave you alone. Oh! In fact, I don't understand why this happens to me. Then my dog abruptly jumps out and starts biting the visitor. Then the parrot took the visitor somewhere and flew away with him. I just don't understand. Why can't I do anything? Most likely, I think that every time someone sets me up and doesn't want my zoo to work,
Oh, I've already earned quite a lot of money, and yet I noticed that Mikey decided to take one client away from me. But you can see how the parrot took him and flew and just tormented him. So on the one hand, it turned out to be very funny, and now no one will approach him. But just the same, this visitor is now running towards me, and most likely, he wants to visit mine after all. Ho-ho!
Good afternoon. After all, I shouldn't have agreed to go to that zoo. May I come to you now? Because I was very scared there.
Yes, of course, I watched from the side what was happening to you there, and in fact, it wouldn't even be scary. So I invite you to my zoo, and because you spent a lot of nerves there. Ho-ho! There will be a little surprise for you downstairs. You won't pay me for it and do nothing. It's purely up to me. And due to the fact that you spent a lot in your mouth, I have a special creeper with which you can make a lot of diamonds. Just press the lever, it produces an explosion and also gives out a lot of diamonds. And how much it will give out so much, I'm giving it to you. Ho-ho! So you can click and I'll give you all these diamonds right away.
In fact, you can't even imagine how much you lifted my mood. I'm incredibly happy, and on the contrary, I will recommend this zoo to all my friends, in order for them to come to you because you are very cool and fun here.
Well, I'll also make a little gift once again, just the same. You can see anyone you want here. That is, I'm not limiting you in time to stay as long as you want, but for now, I've run through my business. Oh, in fact, it's very cool. And in principle, I did pretty well considering that I will have one regular customer. And even more so, he will now tell everyone how good I am and how bad it is. But of course, now we need to expect some kind of clearing on his part.
I sat and thought about it and realized that it's all your fault. And it's all because of you. Because of you, I can't do anything. So I'll have to throw lava at you so that no one else comes to you, and your whole zoo closes and doesn't work anymore, and everyone comes to me.
Uh-oh, I have protection. Ho-ho! In fact, I was already sure and ready that you would do something to me because you would see me again, but unfortunately, you didn't succeed because I have protection and everything is fine with my zoo.
You're just lucky again. But still, I will stay with my opinion that you are bothering me in everything, and you are to blame. So wait and better look around because I will come to you again. But it will already be a secret what I will do.
In fact, this is already abnormal, and I still realize that in the end he is still accusing me, so I will say that I will also take certain actions. Now I am going down to Vizar, and still I will ask him to go and torture him a little. Ho-ho! Therefore, I'm going to him rather to ask him. Woohoo! Hey, I have a little job for you that you have to help me do. Your main task is to fly out, scare and torment Mikey a little. I really hope that you will complete your task correctly, and in the end, if everything goes well, I will encourage you. Ho-ho! But, so to speak, it's time to take revenge on him for just deciding to run over me somehow. So now the visor, I think, will show him that he doesn't need to do this and arrange this. I think he will be very surprised by this. And most likely now he will scream in panic, by the way. It will also be very interesting to see how they will be fought and what will he do against them at all. Ho-ho!
Ah! Where did the visor come from?
Just look at how helplessly he runs away from him and can't do anything to him because in fact the visor is much stronger than him. Of course he's trying to do something, but if I asked the visor to be much tougher, then of course there would be nothing left of him. But here he's just with him for now, it's being played and we can watch and watch it. But as soon as he starts touching my visor, I will immediately stop him so that he does not harm him in any way.
Hi-ya!
Ho-ho! Everyone stop. But you don't have to finish him off. And come on, calm down, I did it the other way around because you threw lava at me.
Don't let me see you near my zoo anymore.
In fact, he became very angry and aggressive. In fact, he knows that this happened most likely because he is not doing well with his zoo, but it's okay. In principle, this is his problem and not mine, and I still need to put the visor back in the cage, so now I'm just taking the energy to close the place that he broke, just the place where he flew out. Huh? Also, after I close everything, I definitely need to go downstairs and see what's going on there and whether everything is fine there. I can also notice that the moment is that in fact Visor did everything right and just the way I wanted, because in fact he helped and was very funny, but now as soon as I go down, I'll check if everything is fine, but I need to go upstairs to observe the situation. Suddenly visitors will come to me again. It seems to me that something is happening upstairs. We need to get up and see what's there. Mikey has a new visitor. Ho-ho! And now I know how to prank them all. I have a rhinoceros in the zoo. It's very huge, and I think what I need now is to prepare an exit so that it can come out and run after the new visitor, Mikey. I think it will be a lot of fun and great, and most likely they will be very surprised, so I need to do everything as soon as possible while they are talking there and haven't gone anywhere. Well, of course there are small problems. Why I can't let him out right now? Let's start with the fact that a rhino is a pretty big animal, and accordingly, in order for him to just get out of here, I need to prepare everything to at least break the cage and also expand the exit, because if I don't do it, then he won't be able to get in there, and just as you were right, he will completely fail. And because I want everything to work, I have to break everything in order for it to pass, and that's why it's okay if I restore it all quickly later. Now is the time to give him a task. Ho-ho! Look, your task is that as soon as you go upstairs, you need to immediately attack the two of them. That is, everyone you see. But mostly you need to run after the one in black clothes. Then you need to call him here, and I'll take off and take the money.
Ah! Run away quickly!
Oh no, where did the rhinoceros come from? This is some kind of horror. Someone help me, I'll pay you.
Let him run a little bit for now, and after he almost sees me, I'll shout to him to run to me. I'll help him now. Just wait for 7 a little bit and you can call him. Run to me quickly, I'll help you.
I hope you can help me, because this is some kind of horror. I don't believe it.
And run in here now. I'll close everything and no one will touch you anymore.
Oh yeah, thank you very much. I am incredibly grateful that you saved me, and I am giving you a lot of money for this.
Also, for now to calm down, you can go downstairs and see my zoo, then calmly go out and go about your business while I distract this rhino so that he runs away from here. Ho-ho! Rhino, you're doing a great job and I'm very happy that you helped me do it all. We made a lot of money with this, so I expect I'll bring you some delicious gifts soon, because you did the right thing. In fact, you should have seen how it would look from the outside. They were we were in shock and didn't understand where to run. I hope it will happen again. But for now, let me close you back. And while you're sitting here, maybe I'll let you go soon. Also, while I have time, I need to fix everything that I did so that he could get out of here. So in principle, it won't take long. The most important thing is the result that we got, because it was a lot of fun to cook as they didn't know what to do and just ran back and forth. Ho-ho! Let's see what happens now. I wonder what he's thinking about these dogs.
Woohoo! I'm giving you a task to attack him. I hope you will succeed, so attack him as soon as possible.
Uh-oh. We need to get out of here. So in fact, I do not know what to do because this situation happened very abruptly, and so far I have only one plan now. It's to run away from them and get away from them. I also remember one moment that I have a free camera, or to be more precise, I have a free aviary where I can put them in somehow. That's why I need to get there now. Open it, and then, as soon as they come in, abruptly run out and close the door. Now all I have to do is wait for them, and I can already hear them coming as soon as they run in here, but I'll have to jump over them and close the door behind them. The most important thing is that I succeed, because if I suddenly fail, they will surround me here and bite everything. Therefore, you need to be as careful as possible. Ho-ho! How stupid they are, because they couldn't even imagine that I would be able to do this. But in fact, I shouldn't relax yet, because I still need to somehow get back at Mikey. Because revenge should be pretty serious and intimidating, and it will be aimed at making sure that there is nothing left in his zoo. Ho-ho! And here's who will help me! And it's the Ifrits who will help me, who will go and destroy his entire zoo. I think this is a very wonderful idea, and I like it. I can already imagine that there will be nothing left of his zoo at all, but in fact, on the one hand, it would be right. I should have just accused myself and said that it was me, the cause of all his problems.
Huh? Where do you get everyone from? Come on, please stop and don't destroy my zoo. You're already taking all my clients away from me, and then I won't have any. It's just not fair, and it's as wrong as possible on your part.
Oh, you shouldn't have thrown lava at me then.
But you need to take into account the fact that I didn't do any damage to you, and in fact your backup didn't suffer in any way, and now look at mine. It's already all destroyed, so let's stop and rebuild everything.
Oh, everything is fine. This money is enough to stop. I hope that you will no longer accuse me of being to blame. I won't stop anything. That's your problem. Oh, in fact, the Ifrits did a very good job, and look at how much damage they caused. Come on, don't worry. It's okay. You'll build yourself a new and better zoo. Oh.
Just look at it. There's nothing left of it. I'm very upset.
I'm JJ, and today Mikey and I had a zoo battle. We had a lot of adventures and battles, but in the end, my zoo turned out to be much better and more interesting, and the Ifrits from my zoo destroyed Mikey's zoo. That's how our wonderful adventure ended.